Oh, hey, what's up? I didn't know you were there. You want to learn how to make beats in FL Studio? I gotta show you everything from start to finish? I don't really want to do that. How about I just go over the basic, like the fundamentals in FL Studio, show you where things are at? That cool? All right, come on. That's cool, right?
Yep.
Cracka Lack on the track.
What's up, everyone? My name is Cracka Lack. Welcome back to Cracka Lack TV. Today we're gonna go over how to make a beat in FL Studio. Coming up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future uploads so you don't miss any more good ass content just like this right here. Okay, you guys, so basic run through of FL Studio. Let me think where to start. First, right here, this thing in the middle, you'll see this is the channel rack. This is where you're gonna put all of your sounds where you make the beats. This is where you're gonna put your drums. You just click and drag them. So for example, let's say we have some drum kits over here on this left side. If I wanted to use let's say this is an 808 I like. You click on the sounds you want and then you drag it over anywhere in the channel rack screen. Now if you drag it on top of the other sound, it's gonna swap it out. But if you wanna add to it, then you put it anywhere under, above, left side, right side. All right, so that's how you drag your sounds over there. Next, you'll see this at the top. It's got the number 140. That's the tempo of the beat. So like when you listen to music and you hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time you count to 4, that's one bar. So in like rap or hip hop, when you hear artists talking about spitting a hot 16, 16s aren't that popular today, but back in the day, verses were always 16 bars. Nowadays, they're more like 12. And even sometimes, like on a super commercial song, a verse might only be 8 bars. One key is usually all music is done in 4-bar increments. So like hooks are 8 bars. Some hooks are shorter, they're 4 bars, but everything is 4, 8, 12, 16. So that's one thing to remember. If you have a beat in your head, boom, 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 how do you put that into the software here, right? So first, I'm gonna click right here. This is the metronome. Now when I press play, you'll see this got the pattern or the song, pattern or song. Right now we're in pattern 1. In pattern 1, you see it on the screen right there, pattern 1. So, now if that's too fast, you can slow it down. A lot of times people make beats in half speed, which would be 70, what you hear right here, or they'll do it in double time, where we just had it at 140, but the beat would be the same. I'm gonna show you guys this way because this is the preferred way that I do it. Add the sounds, right click on the sound and go to piano roll. Piano roll, then you'll see this piano on the left side. And as you click on the keys, you can hear it. So when I click right here, that means oh my God, there's so much to like, I don't know how to make this video like 5 minutes long when it's like a 3-hour course. Real quick, I'm gonna add a 4-bar drum loop. Just follow what I do. I want a clap in there, so I'm finding the clap I want. I like it, click it, drag it over to your channel rack, right click the sound, go to piano roll, and then remember 1, 2, 3, 4. On 2 and 4 is where your clap or snare should be. That's a 1-bar pattern, and we want to make that 4. So at the top of the screen, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a 4-bar loop. Now, so your bass doesn't start overlapping. If you right-click the bass and go to cut itself, it won't overlap anymore. And then you'll notice the higher you go, the higher the pitch is. Okay, also I'm gonna add a hi-hat so we have something going on here. Remember, find the sound that you want, click it, drag it over anywhere in the channel rack, go to piano roll. This right here, C5, this is the sound. As you preview sounds, as long as you click C5 on the piano, that's like the root note. Let's say we clicked right here, but we want the hi-hats to go faster than this. How do you make the hi-hats go faster? I'm gonna delete these by just right-clicking them. Click on that magnet, and right now it says line. So you can shorten the length of the note by dragging it like that. And then now, when I go across, you'll hear this. A lot of trap beats, you'll hear the hi-hat rolls to show you how to do that. Change it from line. You can do third step, you can do half step, you can do quarter step, however you want. The most simple that I've done is a half step. Now what we're gonna do is, let's say we wanted to. For the tutorial, that will work right there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm clicking the select tool, I'm highlighting the hi-hats that I don't want, and then I'm gonna press delete to get rid of those. Now, if I want this pattern to repeat on all 4 bars, I'm gonna highlight it, do Control C, scroll over so I can see the number 2, Control V, Control V, Control V. It's just copy and pasting. So that's how you do the drum part. The sounds that FL Studio comes with aren't amazing in any way, shape, or form. I highly recommend to invest in better sounds. Your beats will sound a lot better if you use better sounds. So there's very affordable drum kits out there, anywhere from like $20 to $50, and they'll be full of very modern, well-mixed, good, usable sounding drums that you can use. And then the same thing for the next part, how do you do melodies, right? So usually I have a MIDI controller, which is basically a piano, and it plugs in through a USB to your laptop or to your interface or to your computer, and then you can use that to play what you want. But right now we're down here in Tennessee. I'm here to shoot music videos, so I don't have the MIDI controller with me to show you that. But you can do the same thing through clicking the sounds in. If you right click on any sound and go to insert, you'll see some VSTs. What are VSTs? VSTs are virtual instruments. So picture one of those keyboards that are full of a whole bunch of cool sounds, right? You can get a virtual one of those that just loads up on your screen, and then you can go through, change the sound, and then you emulate and play them on the actual computer. So FL Studio comes with one called Citrus. Again, I highly recommend you to invest in better VSTs. It'll make your beats a whole lot better. Citrus doesn't sound too cool. There you go. Remember, always save your work. You never know when FL Studio is gonna crash. You don't wanna lose what you're doing. Just get in the habit of doing Control S, Control S, Control S. The longer you hold out the note, the longer it'll last. All right, so I found a sound. Let me show you how to do a melody real quick. If I liked. I'm just copying and pasting that across all 4 bars. Okay, so let's say that was the end of the beat right there. What we did was we made the entire beat in pattern 1. Now what we're going to do is, if you click on any of the sounds and then you click on this icon right here, it says view mixer. It's gonna open up the mixer. And then what I like to do, I tend to do this as I make the beat. When I add a new sound, I'll open up the mixer, I'll push Control L. Now it linked the bass to right there. Click on the clap, I'll go to number 2, Control L. I'll click on the melody sound, go to insert 3, Control L. Then the hi-hat, insert 4, Control L. Now, this is how you mix the beat. So in the fastest way possible, I'm gonna show you how to mix the beat. First, I would turn off all sounds. If you wanna solo a sound, just right click the light right there and it'll solo it. So we're gonna turn off all sounds and only listen to the clicker, the metronome, and then what I'll do is I'll unmute the melody, but I'll turn the volume all the way down. And I'm gonna slowly bring it up so I can hear the melody, but it's quieter than the metronome. About right there. So now I'll turn the metronome off, and we're going to unmute the clap, but turn it all the way down and slowly bring the volume up. Do the same thing for the hi-hats. Unmute them, turn the volume all the way down, slowly bring it up. And then how do you put inserts and effects on the sound you use? Click on the sound that you want, and on the left side, you'll see slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Click on any of the slots. Yep, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a EQ on here. So I didn't want any bass in there. And then now we're gonna unmute the 808. And then any effects that you want to put on the entire beat, that's where you would click on this master track right here. And I'm gonna be real with you, I've been making beats for over 16 years. The only effect I ever put on the master is, I'm gonna show you right here. It is Fruity Soft Clipper. And that's it. Okay, so now we have a beat and all in pattern 1. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this icon. This is View Playlist. Go back to your channel rack. Now we're gonna right click and cut the 808, go to pattern 2 and paste it. Go back to pattern 1, we're gonna cut the clap, put the clap in pattern 3, leave the melody in 1, and we're gonna cut the hi-hat, put that in pattern 4. So now we have 4 patterns, 4 sounds. That way each sound is on its own pattern. So throughout the beat, if we want the hi-hats to leave, all we have to do is just take that pattern out. And then we want the hi-hats to come back in, you add that pattern back. So now we're gonna click on songs. So now we're in the playlist right here. So what I like to do is, let's go back to pattern 1, play that. Pattern 1 is the melody, boom. What is pattern 2? Let's play that. Pattern 2 is the 808. Pattern 3 is the clap. And then pattern 4 is the hi-hats. So all you do is click on pattern 1, and we're gonna click the paintbrush tool. We're gonna drag this all the way across. And however long this pattern right here is how long the beat is. So one thing you can do is go pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can highlight it and do Control B, and it's just gonna paste it over and over and over and over and over again. Now you have a 3-minute and 49-second beat, but you don't want this same pattern to just go over and over and over and over again. So since we put all of these sounds in their own pattern, we can go through here as we listen to it and right click on the pattern to get it out of the beat. So let's say in the beginning, we don't want the clap, we don't want the 808, we just want it to start like this. And another thing you can do is if you want to take out a sound, just shorten it. But that's what you would do. You'd go through the whole beat just like that, take out sounds, add in sounds, take out sounds, add in sounds. And then when you're done laying out the beat, sequencing it, at the very top, you'll go File, Export, and you can click WAV file or MP3. We're gonna click MP3 file because you can actually do both at the same time. This is where you choose where you wanna save the beat. Let's say we want it to go to the desktop, and we're gonna name the beat out here. Also, I recommend to put the BPM in the title of the beat, so that way when you send out the beat, artists can see that right there. Also include your producer name, so like produced by Cracka Lack. This is how I save my beats. We're gonna go save. And then you can do WAV file or MP3 or do both at the same time, play around with these settings. This resample quality, a long time ago, I went through each one of these settings and I rendered a beat at the 2 point, listened to it, rendered the beat at the 6 point, rendered the beat at the 16 point. What happens is the higher you go, the higher quality the actual file is, but listening, there's not a big difference, honestly. So I usually stick somewhere in the middle. I think by default I had it at 128, and then that's it. You click start, it's gonna go all the way through. Yeah, you guys, I just wanted to do, in the quickest way possible, a how to make a beat in FL Studio tutorial for you guys. If you have some questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them in future videos. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future uploads. Cracka Lack TV, we out.